Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Taimanin. Today we're going to talk about the club join training, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, the club join training is the newest challenging content added into the game. This is going to be exclusive to clubs, so you'll have to join a club in order to do that. And now, let's check. This content is going to be divided in rounds. The rounds last for 3 weeks. I mean, the whole set of rounds lasts for 3 weeks, but each round is going to be 1 week. And we have 4 runs per week. Similar to Total War, if you use your run and then you just surrender or get out of it, you're going to consume that run. So careful with that. You don't want to waste your runs. It's quite difficult to increase your score, so you don't want to waste them. Now, we have, as you can see, 3 different enemies, 1 per week, starting with Mai, which is a human, the Noah, which is a demon, and then the Gatling gun guy, which is a machine. After the machine guy, the round resets, and we'll have to we'll get our rewards for the whole 3-week challenge and such. Now, when the boss HP is depleted, the boss will not die. Instead, it will level up, and sometimes while it level ups, it will pop up these cards. These cards come with buffs or debuffs for the boss. They also add points to your score, and they'll also drop items. This is pretty interesting because you have to balance things out. Do you focus on beneficial effects or less detrimental effects for your run? Do you focus on getting the most points? Do you focus on getting the best items? Honestly, I try to balance all those things in order to maximize profit. Then, this says that the boss can level up to a maximum of 199 levels, and after you defeat that one, the run ends. The objective would be to, yes, defeat the boss, though it's quite difficult. It's going to take really strong accounts to do that. But don't worry, you don't actually need to beat the boss. Ideally, you just reach level 50 in order to grab some rewards. If you can go beyond that, well, you're gonna have more chances of popping those buffs or debuffs which come with items, and you're gonna have a better score for your club and get more rewards for the club at the very end. I mean, obviously, this is gonna have its own ladder. There's gonna be a competition between clubs and between team members. So over here on club ranking, we can see different clubs and the rewards they're gonna get. Obviously, the best clubs are gonna get the best rewards, but ideally you just grab some gems. Like, it is not that important. It is kind of important for spot number 1. I don't like these rewards for spot number 1 because it just perpetuates them on the top, but it is what it is. Now, over here on contribution, we can see which members have participated in this mode and how much they scored, and the best teammates are gonna get more bad coins. It is great that just by participating you're gonna get bad coins, so be sure to do so. Be sure to participate as much as you can so that you get resources. Now, after that, let me check the list. Oh yeah, let's check this. I mentioned that you can tackle this challenge 4 times. You have 4 runs per week. And whenever you re-enter, you're gonna be right where you left. For example, I'm right now on level 153 at 66% HP, and these are the merits that I have chosen, as well as a buff, let's say, for myself, or a debuff for the enemy. So yeah, everything is going to stick around until the end of the week, or until you do all your runs. So careful with what you select, basically. That's super, super important. Now, over here we can see that there are some toggles. They say use AI supporter skill, weapon skill, and ultimate. Depending on your strategy, depending on your characters, depending on a lot of factors, you may want to turn some of these off or on, because sometimes they consume seconds of your buffs, because sometimes they just activate the animation and they are not useful. So it really depends on the build, but just toggle them on or off according to your needs. Now, something really nice about this mode is that we can get buffs and we can borrow characters from other players. It is very important that your club organizes and sets specific days of the week to activate the buffs, and everyone participates on those days. Ideally, everyone would participate on one day, but if they have to set 2 days so that everyone does it with the additional effects, that's also fine. Which are the effects? We have a damage increase, an HP increase, and a critical rate increase. The HP increase is not really necessary if team members are strong enough, but for those who struggle with HP and some of their characters die, they can also use this. Now, over here, talking about borrowing characters. As you can see over here, I can select a club mercenary. And this is really nice because you can borrow the main attacker of a whale that uses an LR weapon, an LR as well as LR gear, and that's going to help you boost your score. Unfortunately, there's one thing to take into consideration, and it's that borrowing, it's over here. Borrowing characters is going to cost you 100 club coins, so you definitely want to keep doing donations. You can also borrow the supporters. If you have invested a lot on your main attacker and you want to use your main attacker, that's fine. In that case, you can borrow the supporters, especially if they have like premium gear or maybe very rare limited gear. That's something that you can do in order to maximize your score. Now, talking about our first boss, Mai. Mai has a very particular trait, and it's that she buffs herself with defense up. That can be extremely annoying, but there are ways to deal with this. If you're using land, the weapon Absolver's Feral is able to cleanse buffs by using the active. For only 3 particles, you just cleanse 2 buffs, which is great. Felicia also has that ability. With her weapon, over here, with her weapon Sight of the Deity Tsuyugiri, she's able to remove buffs at a 10% chance, but with the basic enhancer, the fast basic enhancer, she should be able to do that pretty consistently. Talking about supporters, there are options for removing buffs, starting with Heaviko. Blue Heaviko has the ability to remove 3 buffs from the enemies, but it's with the active. Now, the best piece of equipment that you can use in order to remove buffs is probably Core Phantasma. You put this on your main and you get the extra passive to remove buffs from enemies every 15 seconds. That's going to be very relevant, so you might as well use it. I haven't used it just yet, but it's something that you should keep into consideration. Then, let's talk about the builds. The best way to play this is by copying the meta relevant team on Total War, basically. Like, these teams are the ones that deal the most damage, but you can use other alternatives. I used, who was it? Oh yeah, I used a team that revolved around land, the team that I use on Time of 5 BR, and it allowed me to reach 125 on my first run. Basically, it was pretty good. I don't remember if it was 125 or 115, but it was fairly easy just by abusing the weapon along with Be Like Cloud, Be Like Water, and these supporters. Basically, this is the build. And two other buffers, debuffers, like whatever you have, it's something that you can do if you don't have like the meta team on Total War. But remember, you can borrow stuff. That can be pretty relevant over here. Now, I'm going to do a run. Let's see. I'm just going to load. Okay, that's fine for now. That's fine. I'll do some adjustments. So I'm gonna use the supporters. I'm gonna use the ultimate. Let's see, how much damage reduction does this have? Machine, human. Human type characters, damage against monsters decreases by 5. I'm not sure if this, I guess this counts as a buff for the enemy rather than a debuff for myself. Monster critical resistance. I think I can forgo the penetration over here in favor of more damage. Do I have it like on favorite? Yeah, increase damage dealt with range attacks, this one. Why do I say so? Because Chisu has two things. Number one, yellow Yaksha white, and number two, Radiant Mantra. This ensnares the enemy, and this supporter provides penetration against enemies that are ensnared. So yeah, we're using that one. Let's see. I'm wondering if I want to use this or if I want to apply, or if I want to use where is she? If I want to use Phantasma. I guess I'll keep Shinmora just because her active is way better. Yeah, I'll keep Shinmora. I'll keep her. This over here, yes. Obviously, we're gonna use anti-human. No debate on that part. I'm going to forgo using these ones because even though I have this active, it's only for a day, so I don't care about that. What about her? Shizuru. Shizuru is going to be using the Momochi weapon because we want to stack double buffs. Chisu is using the ambitious weapon. Obviously, she has anti-human over here. Then, whip grip, whip shot, rose rondo. Okay, great. All of these to decrease the defense of the enemy on red. Then we use Black Rose Chizuru. Nice. We use Outlaw Kara to buff both of them to buff the damage of the main attacker. And Asusa, I mean, I don't have a better option. Problem here, I already have great critical rate. I don't need this critical resistance reduction. But do I have something? Increases critical rate of machine. When the enemy super armor is destroyed, the character's skill cooldown. Could use, but no. Like when attacking an enemy inflict with freeze, restore HP, every 10 second freezes. No, I really need something. Penetration of human type characters increases by 20 of allies. Penetration of human type allies increases by 20%. I think this is better. I think this is better because I already have great critical, so I don't mind this. Okay, good, excellent. And now our main attacker. It's gonna be, of course, Aina. I'm using an LR weapon. I have only a bit of damage increase, but something is something. I have over here some relevant effects. Damage increase against humans, sure. I have fastest shot. Wait a moment. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Do I want to use fastest shot? Or quad burst? I'll keep fastest shot, why not? Bullet storm is basically the way to just supercharge my particles as well as the basic enhancer. Then Yuri Hisui. Let's see, do I have a relevant effect? Critical rate is not that important, but useful nonetheless. So we use Yuri Hisui for the super buff, really useful. We use Micah for the particle charge, and we use Lan just to increase our damage tremendously, you know? And yeah, basically that should be it. This should be like really good. All of them are protect? No. This one is suppress, this one is protect, and this one is assist. Yeah, I was using a pure protect type team before this one. So let's see how much further I can get. Okay, so I start by charging my particles as fast as possible and spamming the ultimate. I'll just I shouldn't have used the active. That was a big mistake, but okay, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm already pleased with the score I have, but I would want to push it as much as possible. Okay, I'll just do this. One more. Ulti. Nice. Come on. Okay, ulti. Fastest shot. I'll just do this and use the active ulti. Fastest shot. Nice. I'm not going to increase the score that much, I guess. It's barely increasing, right? At this point. Let's see, I'll just do this and fastest shot and fastest shot and basic. Nice. The ultimate. Oh boy, I say, come on. I'll just do this and ultimate. And well, at least 60 is something, I guess. And you can also adjust it so that you skip your animations. That's something that could be important. Some strategies depend on the animation, because the timer doesn't move while you're doing the ultimate, but the timer for weapon active or for not weapon active, supporter active, for skill cooldown, that timer those move, but the timer for the stage does not. Oh, this is pretty bad. Monster penetration increase. This is doable. I would love this one because of the points and the reward, but monster recover 7% of max HP at regular intervals. No, never go with HP recovery. That's awful. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, there we go. Fastest shot and come on, there. Nice ulti. The advantage of using the ulti strategy is that, as I mentioned, the timer keeps going for the cooldown of the supporter and skills, and that allows you to activate more the active of the supporter. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, perfect. Can I get a second effect? All right, can I get it to 70 at least? Something like that, 170? Come on, yes. Nice, 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 nice. Maybe I'll get it to 70. Okay, how much? 19. Not bad. Nine. Come on. Ultimate, 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 ultimate. Oof, oof. But I didn't manage, did I? To get it to 80? I think it was 179. $170? Really? I must have misread that. But okay, it's fine, it's fine. Like I was missing 29 levels on the first try. The first week. That's what I mean. But yeah, that's about it, guys. What do you think about this mod? Do you like it? Do you not like it? You don't need to reach the highest score. Just grab these rewards. They are not that impactful, but getting chocolate every week, getting gems every week, getting some UR kits, and as well as the dye ample kit. That's good, especially this one because it's pretty rare to get. So, anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you find this useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!